friends. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy early Sunday fun day to everybody. This is going to be very, very quick, and I posted it on my community tab. You can check it out, but I kind of want to update you too because I forgot to post it in there. Um, so, as you see, if you go check out the community tab, it will show the same thing. First of all, I'm losing subscribers, and again, I don't know if this is YouTube that's pushing the subscribers out, or if it's just people that are not interested. And I feel bad because if you're if again I'm sorry for this, but you know this is kind of what I have to offer for subscribers, and I'm really really sorry because this I don't have much for games. There's not a lot of games on PlayStation Store anymore for PlayStation 4. And again, I don't have the funds for a PlayStation 5. Um, so in the meantime, this is what I'm gonna do. So, um, to all my subscribers, I want to say sorry first, but I am so behind on racing streams that I have to get this done. So racing streams are gonna be the first thing in line. So as you see, we're working on Sebastian Vettel, and I grew up being a Sebastian Vettel fan in F1. I watched him win his 4 championships. I watched him from the time he debuted all the way up until he retired in 2022. And he's a legend. He's an icon of F1. He's just a legend all around in the sport. So Sebastian Vettel, I'm gonna do a series on him. I'm also gonna do a Sebastian Vettel challenge on this game too, and then I'm gonna do season 1 and season 2 on F120 for my own career mode. Then from there, guys, we're gonna just bang it out here. And why we're focusing on the racing stuff, I'm also gonna do other streams. So I'm gonna focus on my Power Wash Simulator career mode. I'm gonna work on my buddy Brian's PBA career mode. I'm also going to work on my road to the show, and I'm also going to bring back the Fisherman Fishing Planet because Power Wash Simulator and the Fisherman Fishing Planet helps me just lower my mental state, so it gets me out of those moods where it's like racing gets me all built up and it works me up to the point where I need games that are just gonna like ease to the point where it's gonna be relaxing. So Power Wash Simulator is gonna be another. That's gonna be one game that I'm gonna continue with my career mode. That's in a playlist. Be sure to check that out. Other playlists that are gonna be going on is this series, the challenge for Sebastian Vettel's car, my 2020 career mode on here. Also, the drivers on SRX that I still got to do, which is Biff, Bloomquist, uh, Awesome Bill from Dawsonville, Bobby Labonte, and Ernie Francis Jr. And then from there, guys, after we do that, we still got the cars to do from. I found F1, the current F1 wraps on Gran Turismo, and we're gonna run Brazil there on there. We're gonna run Spain. We're gonna run Yas Marina. We're gonna run Italy. We're gonna run Austria, Belgium, and we're gonna run Nuremberg. So, and no, it's not going to be the 24-hour Nuremberg layout. It's going to be the Grand Prix layout there on that. And then from there, we're going to take a huge break from Gran Turismo to focus on the rivalry between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen on F121. We're going to do both drivers. Then we're going to do Sebastian Vettel on F121 as well, because that was when he got Aston Martin's first podium at Baku City. And then we're going to get Season 1 and Season 2 of Career Mode done on F121. And then after that, guys, after we get SRX done, F120, F121 done, we're gonna still work on my career mode on Power Wash Simulator. the Fisherman Fishing Planet. Again, Brian's bowling career and my road to the show on baseball. And then from there, why we're mixing that in, we're going to go and we're going to work on the 3 custom drivers on NASCAR Heat 5, which is already SVG, Connor Zilic, who almost won the championship in the Xfinity Series last year, and then Carson Hocevar in the Truck Series. So be on the lookout for that, guys. And then from there, we're going to try to work on Marc Marquez's series in MotoGP 25. We're going to try. If that doesn't work out, then from there, we're just going to pull that game and we're going to bring in another racing game, which is Tony Stewart's All-American Racing, and we're going to do that one at a time. We're going to work on Tony Stewart in the street stock, Tony Stewart in the U.S. Legend class, and Tony Stewart in the Big Block Modified class. And why we're doing that, again, Power Wash Simulator, Road to the Show, Brian's PBA Bowling, my buddy Brian's PBA Bowling, and then the Fisherman Fishing Planet is going to be there too. So you have 4 other games that are going to also be in the mix of these racing streams. But guys, I am so sorry, but racing, and I want to let y'all know this. Racing has been part of my life from the time I was able to walk and talk. All right, my dad took me to the races at my local track where I live from the time I was able to walk and talk. All right, I grew up being a Steve Payne fan. You know, I can easily post pictures of my favorite driver growing up as a kid on my YouTube community, so you know what I'm talking about. But again, guys, this is just, you know, something I got to get done. I am so you know, want to get all this racing done because again, I am behind the 8 ball on the racing stuff. And this is just a message to my critics. This is a message to my trolls. This is a message to the people that want to act like dicks and want to be douchebags about this and, you know, sit there and say, oh, all he does is racing. Well, here's a big fuck you to you. I apologize, YouTube, for saying that. But to all my other subscribers, I appreciate you building this channel and community up. And again, without you guys, this channel would be nothing. You guys are the ones that build it to where it needs to be. And I appreciate each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. You literally are the ones that help me out of continuing making this channel grow. And I would love to make this channel continue to grow. But if the trolls and the critics have a problem with it, you can always exit stage right, because the last thing I'm going to tell you is being a troll or a critic and you're sitting there sticking around and you're watching the streams during or after, you're pretty much just helping out my algorithm and you're helping out my watch time. So yeah, I appreciate my trolls and my critics continuing doing that, but if you have a problem because of what I need to do and what I need to get done for my channel, this is what I have to do. If people are leaving because you're getting bored, I'm sorry, but again, I am behind on the racing stuff. I need to get the racing stuff all caught up. And again, just a reminder to the people that are leaving, I'm sorry, but I don't have a PlayStation 5. I can't afford other games that are on the PlayStation Store. And this is not me, you know, crying out for help. This is just me saying that these are the games that I can play. All right, so, you know, it's how we have to get stuff done. So the racing series are going to be going on. Power Wash Simulator, my career mode on Power Wash Simulator. The Fisherman Fishing Planet is going to come out back. My buddy's bowling career is going to be still going, and my road to the show for baseball. Other games that are going to be on the back burner for right now and put on hold is my wrestling career / universe mode and other wrestlers that I'm going to work on WWE 2K. Also, I'm gonna put Call of Duty on pause for right now too, uh, so I can get all caught up on this stuff. Because again, the racing stuff I am really behind on, and I'm mixing it up with other stuff. So, um, again, ladies and gentlemen, and my SG93 Nation friends, I apologize, but again, racing is in my blood. And to my critics and my trolls, again, I'm going to repeat myself. It's in my blood, it's in my DNA. It's always been part of my life. And it's something that I want to do. It's something that, you know, I grew up idolizing a lot of race car drivers. Outside of my local track, I grew up being a fan of Jeff Gordon. After Jeff Gordon, I grew up being a fan of Case Kane. Um, you know, Dale Earnhardt Jr. was another good driver I grew up being a fan of. Um, while Jimmy Johnson was going through his career, I started, growing on Jimmy Johnson a little bit, being a fan of him. Tony Stewart's been a great racer and an icon himself. And then, now I'm a big fan of Kyle Larson. So, that's kind of the reason why the NASCAR Heat 5 thing is going on. I grew up watching Greg Biffle. Scott Bloomquist was a legend in the World of Outlaw Dirt Series. Everybody knows who Awesome Bill from Dawsonville is. Money Bill. Chase Elliott's dad. Everybody should know who Bobby Labonte and Texas Terry Labonte is. Ernie Francis Jr. I don't know if anybody knows who he is, but he's a great racer too. And then Marc Marquez came back from a horrible injury and won the championship in MotoGP last year. So that is a huge thing. And in F1, I grew up being a fan of Michael Schumacher. I've always been Team Red for Ferrari. So, Schumi, and then Sab, and then, you have Lewis and Max, who had their great rivalry in 2021. We all know that controversial season. And then Lando Norris has been I've been a fan of Lando Norris for a great period of time. So, there's a lot of stuff that we got to get done in hopefully a short period of time. But again, I'm going to work on F120. We're going to get the last Grand Prix races done on F1 on Gran Turismo. And again, while we're working on that, we're going to work on my career mode on Power Wash Simulator. We're going to work on my road to the show. We're going to work on my buddy Brian Edward, his PBA bowling career, and we're also going to bring back the Fisherman Fishing Planet. So again, everybody, and this is just a huge thanks to everybody that's been sticking it out and understanding. I appreciate everybody, and I appreciate all the new subscribers that come in with. And again, your support is just much needed for this channel, and you guys are the ones that are helping me continue to grind. It's been a long haul, and it's been tiring. It's been exhausting. This stuff has kind of been wearing me out, so I don't stream as much, so I want to apologize on that. But with all the racing stuff that I am so behind on, it just gets tiring, it gets exhausting after a while. And, you need to take a break from the racing scene for a bit. But again, it's in my blood, it's in my DNA, and it's something that I really want to do for being a YouTube streamer. So, be patient with me, ladies and gentlemen. Other stuff will come along, but I just want to get the racing stuff done first, and then maybe we can focus. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.